Welcome back to the show, everyone. I've got the Republican Club here with me, going to tell us about their upcoming meetings. I welcome Pat Mycone, Betty O'Laker. Hi, ladies.
How are
Hi,
you, Bree?
We're so glad to be here with you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, yes. We had the summer, and now we're getting back into full gear. We have a lot going on. A lot going on in our club, a lot going on in our county.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But I know you want to get into that, but I also know that you wanted to pay tribute to Charlie Kirk.
Yes. We were all, America was saddened with the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk. And Charlie's work, he was an amazing young man, Christian man. I actually met him in 2012 when he was 18. He was just starting out. I met him at a conservative David Horowitz Freedom Center event. And he was just talking to us about what happened. David wanted to have him there to get support. And out of that, we know what happened. TPUSA is now an amazing organization.
And TPUSA
Is Turning Point USA, yes, and it's out of Arizona. And Charlie built it out of a garage. And he's just an amazing young man, and it was just so sad to have his life ripped away from him. He brought kindness, caring, conservative ideas to campuses around the United States. And he did it in a way, just a Christian way, and the students just were drawn to it. I mean, he'd have thousands.
Was it a fresh message for the students, do you think?
Pardon me?
Was it a fresh message for the students that he was bringing?
You know, it was, because over the last, last 20 years, actually, there's been a lot of leftist messaging, indoctrination happening in now K through 12, but it started in the universities. And it's been happening over the last 50, 70 years. Marxism has been, creeping into our colleges and institutions. Charlie brought the Judeo-Christian conservative values, having them think about it. He was, he didn't try to preach to them. He really just would ask questions, and he would allow them. He would give them the microphone.
Yes.
And allow them to ask questions, and they loved it. Mm-hmm. And he would just accept, we have our First Amendment in our country, right? Our U.S. Constitution. Hate speech is okay. Any speech, he would allow them to speak. So that's what Charlie did, and we could talk about him all day, but with our time here this morning. Charlie has inspired me, and I know he's inspired Betty and our club. We want to be bold, Bree. We want to be bold to speak the truth. We've been, over the last few years, especially, we've been kind of silenced after COVID. We were locked down. We've been silenced. Now we just need to speak the truth and be confident in that. Charlie was confident. He had death threats on his life, constantly. His wife and his children had death threats. Yet he still went out there and was willing. And that day, we all saw it. We saw he was shot in the neck. So we have to honor his life and be bold and respect it and go on. So thank you, Charlie. As we all see, we said we all got to be Charlies. And that's kind of a cute little saying, but it's so true. We want to just, and when I'm doing it, I want to be kind like Charlie did. I don't want to be judgmental or critical. I want to be kind, because that's how he won over these students. And I'd like to win over people to our conservative values that way. So I pray to be able to do that.
Oh, very sweet. Very nice. That was a lovely tribute. So let's talk about your upcoming meeting. I know you want to get some coverage there.
Yes. We're here to promote the meeting. So our meeting is this Friday, October 3rd, and we have our keynote speaker is our DA of Orange County, Todd Spitzer. I just love Todd Spitzer. He's an amazing man, first elected in 2019 and then re-elected in 22. And when he came to our meeting last time, I recall Bree sitting there and watching him. He was sweating, he was nervous and stressed, and I thought, oh golly, this guy, he's got so much on his plate. Mm-hmm. Yet I know he also gets death threats. He's also under threat, as Charlie was, as conservatives are. So we're excited about having him come. He's really known nationally. He's respected for his advocacy for victims' rights and protecting victims' rights. I mean, he is strong in promoting and having us public safety, and he works hard every day. He's balancing his staff and energies in his office and with court appearances. And I don't even know all he does, but he's an amazing man. So we're excited to have him. We will be having, we no longer have reservations, so I'm sorry it's too late to reserve lunch, but we hope you will come speaker only. You just have to come in, sign in. With Todd, we have high security. We have mindful security around him. So we want everybody coming in to make sure that we know who you are. So you have to sign in, and that's going to be one of our prerequisites for this meeting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so come speaker only. Bring a lunch.
Yes.
Right. Then he's going to remind
right.
me to bring a lunch, and we'll look forward to having you.
Wow, that sounds like a great meeting in Clubhouse 5.
Clubhouse 5, right. We're actually going to shorten our meeting this time.
Yes.
We think the meetings maybe have been running a little long for our members, and guests. So our speaker Todd will speak from 11:30 to 12:30 with Q&A, and then we'll have our spotlight speaker that Betty's going to talk about after that. Mm-hmm. And then we'll dismiss everybody and let them go home at 1:30.
Betty, what does Kira have to say?
Well, officially, she's a writer, culture critic, and political pundit. I'll read her bio. She's also a podcaster and opinion journalist. She can be seen offering conservative opinions on politics and pop culture on major outlets and podcasts, including Fox News, Newsmax, and The Blaze. Her podcast, Just Listen to Yourself, is dedicated to thinking critically through hot topics and talking points of the day. She's a 2022 Communicator Award winner in podcasting and is also a regular guest on shows like Dan Bongino. In fact, we saw her recently on Fox News with Steve Hilton. She was part of the panel. She has a little humor to her opinions. She tries to listen. She has a passion for her beliefs. She's inspirational with humor, and she calls herself a salty Christian.
A salty Christian. I'd like to know the definition of that.
One of her quotes, she's a convert. She was a Democrat and was very influenced by her father-in-law, who was a minister, the only Republican in Gary, Indiana, and he got her involved in the community, and she slowly turned over and became a Republican. So, and, was more conservative. Uh-huh. So I loved one of her sayings, one of her quotes that I saw, and she said, "We can't save America on our own, so take it off our shoulders and realize we're just a drop in the bucket of time in this current moment. But a drop makes a ripple, and a ripple is all it takes to change everything. We're all walking ripples." So that gives you the inspiration to keep putting it out there. Her theory is we haven't shown up. A lot has happened because the other political party has been very proactive with boards of educations, just politically speaking. Mm-hmm. She said it's time to show up.
Yeah.
So that's
I think
theory.
the Republicans are a little more quiet by nature.
We're more reserved.
Correct?
Right.
Yes. And we're working, building. We're builders. Conservatives are known as builders. Building communities, building cities, and so we're busy. Hopefully you'll be purposefully busy.
Yes. Well, you'll be busy at your next meeting. So that takes place October 3rd.
October 3rd,
and today's already the
Friday.
1st. Isn't that crazy?
So we do hope, folks will come. So please come and join us. We'd love to have you. $5 only. You can bring your own lunch. We'll have plenty of room. And Todd and Kira, they'll be tremendous, inspiring speakers.
I've heard Todd on a couple of occasions, and he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is
just
a great guy.
Just a great human. Mm-hmm. Just such a
that DA's role is a tough one.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it, but he does it well.
Yes, he does.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great meeting. All right, folks, when we come back, I'll take a look at the weekend's movies, so you gotta stay with me.